Hey, it's Phillip Jeffrey here, paid to play. I'm here with McCracken. He's the keynote for Convergence 2008, and he's going to tell a little bit about what he was talking about and why he was here.
Really good.
The talk was an anthropologist's look at the effects of digital media, the digital revolution. It was an attempt to see how, especially people in their 20s, are now seizing these new technologies and new opportunities to create. Especially the really striking thing is the creation of these very large social networks. Every individual with networks much larger than the Dunbar number, which is 125. Typically people have like 200, 300 nodes in the network. And then what we were looking at was how they create media for the distribution, to distribute to the various people in their networks. And I guess that's what we're trying to do in the presentation, is pull together the content question and the network question. Those often are talked about separately, but what concerns me is the fact that they really do live cheek by jowl, that hand in glove more exactly, that people are often creating content not just for the sheer pleasure of doing that, but because they're feeding these networks, and these networks then have sensational implications for the psychological, the sociological, and the anthropological world that these people are building for themselves.
And the examples are YouTube and Facebook, and you spoke about MySpace as well, and how the youth are using these as tools or outlets in a sense.
Yes, exactly. So that technology makes it easy for people to build networks, and then all the new technologies make it easy to capture images and moving images. And that's a great frustration of Flash online, is that you can't get. It's almost as if the stuff you see presented by Flash exists under plate glass. You can't get at it. So we're seeing a transition, I think, in the way people think about web construction, that you need to make it break-intoable, because that's indeed what people care about your content, to the extent that they can repurpose it as their content.
Do you see then the future of the Twitters and the Facebooks with the youth today, how in a sense they may be spotlighting their sort of lives, as opposed to say 10 years ago where you're taking diaries and keeping them closed? Now people in a sense are opening up their lives to everyone, to their friends, to their strangers, to people around the world.
Yeah. No, indeed, people are really revelational in a way that would horrify, Victorians 100 years ago. Kind of, if they could see us now, would be stunned at the, Victorians were careful with the way they presented one another to people I'm sorry, let me just read again. Americans were very careful about the way they revealed themselves, even to people they knew really well. And here we are, putting stuff online. But I think to the extent that it's a small price to pay for these networks and the opportunities that those networks make available to us.
All right, thank you very much for your time.